Local church leagues similar to this one is where Mark Andrews really honed his game growing up. Except for back then, he wasn't catching touchdown passes, he was throwing them. And as Coach McMahon was yelling, row, 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 Grand Canyon University rode their way to third place in the Invitational. Even though it's all AZ, the only thing we can think about is PAID. That's the focus of the entire valley after Kyler Murray became the second highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. 50 love. And that's all she wrote. And after a monster 42-6-7 performance by Anthony Edwards, it's no longer a question of if he's ready for the NBA playoffs. The real question is, are the NBA playoffs ready for him? And I'll tell you what, every time the Centennial Coyotes win, it's a home run for the community. And honestly, my swing might be a little bit off, but so was Jacobson's. He was expected to win the tournament, and he finished in 8th place. And before fans could even get their popcorn, bam! Another White Sox home run. Game 6. 47 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, not at home, on the road, in Boston. Heat fans saw Jimmy Butler turn into his alter ego, Jimmy Buckets. Sweet home Alabama. That's where Georgia sent the Crimson Tide after a 33-18 crushing victory in the BCS National Championship. While a lot of teams have been sleeping on the Chicago Bears, I'm staying wide awake as Justin Fields and the entire team put together a dominant 27-11 performance over Seattle in this previous preseason match. With the offseason acquisitions of Dylan Cogan and the NHL's top scoring defenseman, Brent Burns, the Hurricanes are certainly looking to make a push for the Stanley Cup. And it was right here at this spot where they bumped, set, and spiked their way to victory heading towards district. And with his signature celebration, Mookie Betts and the Los Angeles Dodgers have become must-watch television. And after an incredible 1,947-yard season, there's no question as to who the top dog in the NFL wide receiver group is, and that's Cooper Kupp. However, his greatness has been in store for a while, according to his wide receiver coach, Eric Yarber. Yarber stated,
I knew that he was going to progress every year because Cooper is not satisfied just with a little success. He strives for perfection. He's always trying to better himself. After every season, I'm trying to get rest, maybe a 2 or 3 week break after the season is done. But no, Cooper Kupp's come in, yards. You got my point of attack ready, my point of attack tape ready. Cooper, man, it's only 2 weeks out, man. I'll get that to you. All right, I haven't even studied any film from this year yet. All right, I haven't made your tape. I haven't studied you yet. But he wanted it right away because he's pursuing excellence.
Expectations are always high coming into the WNBA playoffs, especially as the #1 seed, and that's what the Las Vegas Aces have had to do. But according to head coach Becky Hammond in her pregame press conference, as long as the Aces defense is good, the team is in for a great postseason. Hear more about it now. This past season, your team finished first overall in points per game. How do you plan on keeping this offensive power during the postseason?
The defense comes first, and after that, if we play the right way, play with each other, go good to great, work for great, and not settle for good, I like our chances, and I think we'll score plenty of points. But we have to play the defensive end first.
Hey, Jamar, Blake Beasley, Tunnel Vision Sports. How much would it mean to you to bring the city of Cincinnati their first ever Super Bowl victory?
Yeah, unbelievable experience, to see the city go crazy. They already believing in us, cheering us, behind us right now. So, that's the best we could do for them, least we could do for them. So we need to do that and bring it back to the city.
Thank you and congratulations. To further echo what everyone's saying, I for sure thought Minnesota versus Memphis was going to be the best series. When I watched it, I thought it was peak playoff basketball until I saw a series where we got Ramadan Kyrie not eating, not drinking during the day, but still giving out meals of buckets, scoring at will. And the reason this is such a good series is we have Kevin Durant, who's one of the best scorers of all time, if not the best scorer of all time. And we keep talking about Kyrie Irving. This series was literally 0.1 seconds away from being completely changed because Jason Tatum had the presence of mind to catch it and score. And we're talking about Kyrie Irving playing so great, and he's being guarded by the newly crowned Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. It's just great basketball around, great matchups, and it's just a great series, and I'm excited to watch the rest of it. Kevin Looney was talking about before the playoffs how Jordan Poole kept annoying him, and it's because he said for 2 years now, Jordan Poole has constantly been asking questions about what's it like to play in a playoff game, what's it like to play in a playoff game. He wants these moments, and he wants to seek it out. You can tell when a guy wants the limelight like an Anthony Edwards or a John Morant, and you can see that in Jordan Poole's game. And when you look at it statistically, Michael Jordan averages the most points per game in playoff history at 33. Coming in at number 2, Luka Doncic. And we saw him do that against Kawhi Leonard and Paul George with multiple games game winners on the way there too. The Dallas Mavericks are a 3 seed, and nobody has talked about them because yes, they can go as far as Luka, but they almost beat Utah without him. And I would love to see Dallas get a healthy Luka, and if they do, who knows? When you have a guy who can score 32 points per game, you have a very high ceiling.